Ghost-type Pokemon are a mysterious bunch of creatures. To be specifically clear, ghost Pokemon, some of them can be encountered at night. That is not the mysterious part of it. The mysterious part of a ghost Pokemon is the evolution that they require. Okay, now what I mean by that is that some of them evolve normally. That's not the weirdest part. But some of them requires trading to evolve. Now that isn't the worst part of it. Some of them also requires an items and trade also to evolve them. So that will be a hassle. Some ghost Pokemon just needed an item to evolve it. But others also, leveling up them is not enough. They also need some of them also needs to level up and a specific condition like a nighttime condition for them to evolve. So that's why I say ghost Pokemon are a mysterious bunch of creatures. So with that set in mind, can I beat Pokemon Violet by only using ghost type Pokemon? Now, before we begin with this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channels guys and help me grow to 500 subscribers guys. Turn on notification for more future videos and don't forget to hit the like button as it helps with my video algorithm. So, let's dive into the video. Now, we begin our journey by picking our starter Pokemon, which is Fuecoco. But you remember our last video the starter video? Yes, because we had using Fuecoco in our last video, I'm not going to use Fuecoco for this video. So you guys might be wondering, what is my first starter Pokemon for this ghost run? Well, we need to wait until the introduction is over and wait for nighttime falls. Once nightfall came, I opted to go for Misdreavus because there's a reason why I want Misdreavus. Now, after carefully avoiding all the Pokemon and making my way to Montenevera, we can pick up the Dust Stone behind the gym. Picking up this Dust Stone is very crucial because we can use it on Misdreavus to evolve into Mismagius. Now, for this early run, I'm gonna use only Mismagius to beat all 3 battles. So that's why we pick up this Dust Stone behind the Montenevera gym so that we doesn't need to think about other Pokemons first. This is why I opted for Misdreavus in this early run instead of Gastly. Now, before our next Team Star boss fight, we need to have at least 3 Pokemon in our party. So let's grab them. Our first Pokemon that we can catch in this cave is gonna be Sableye. Now, we head to Kitakami and we're gonna grab ourselves a Poltergeist. Now, by roaming around Kitakami, we can pick up the unremarkable teacup items for Poltergeist to evolve. And by using that item, we can evolve our Poltergeist into Sinistcha. Now it's time for our toughest battle yet against the Team Star boss Giacomo, who uses a Dark type Pokemon. As you guys know, ghosts are weak to Dark type. Now that's the first of 5 Team Star boss done, and now we are going for our next gym battle. Now, there is one Pokemon that I want before we take on the next gym leader because it's very important for our team, and that is a Sandygast. Now it's time to take on Iono, our third gym battle. Our next battle is up against the Titan Oathworm. Now, there is one Pokemon that we can grab before we take on the Team Star boss, which is Charcadet. And by slapping a malicious armor, we can evolve our Charcadet into the fearsome Cerulege. The reason we want a Cerulege for this battle against Mela is because her fire move cannot touch Cerulege because of its flash fire ability, and it's also a part ghost type. So let's see how we can deal with Mela. Our next gym battle is up against Kofu and his water type Pokemon. Now, before our next Team Star boss, we're gonna catch a Pincurchin. You'll be wondering, why are we catching a Pincurchin? Well, it's because in Levincia, this girl is gonna ask you for a Pincurchin to trade with her Haunter. So, we trade our Pincurchin for her Haunter. And it's because Haunter is a trait evolution Pokemon, we can evolve our Haunter from the trait into a Gengar. See? Now it's time for us to take on another Team Star boss, Attackers, who uses a poison type Pokemon. As you know, we have a Gengar with us. Now, our next gym battle is up against Larry, who uses a normal type Pokemon. As you guys know, Ghost Pokemon cannot touch. Ghost move cannot touch a normal Pokemon, and vice versa. So, we need a Pokemon that is strong against a normal type Pokemon, and I know which Pokemon that we can get. And that Pokemon is gonna be Primeape. Now, we need to evolve Primeape into Annihilape for us to use it. Now, after using 20 Rage Feast and subsequently Primeape dies from it, it can finally rest in peace and evolve into Annihilape. Now it's time for our next gym battle against Larry and his normal type Pokemon. For our next gym battle, we can add Mimikyu into our squad. Now at level 42, we can evolve our Sandygast into a Palossand. Now it's time for us to take on Rhyme and her ghost type Pokemon in a double battle. As you can see, I'm gonna use Dusclops for only this battle. Now it's time for us to take on another Titan boss. Our next gym battle is up against Tulip and her psychic type Pokemon. Now, according to the type matches, we have an advantage over her. But there's always a twist in every gym battle. So let's see, can we overcome her and her psychic type Pokemon? Now, we had defeated Tulip by the skin of our teeth. Now it's time to replace Sableye. Now it's time for our last gym battle against Grusha and his Ice type Pokemon. Can we defeated him and collect all of 8 gym badges? Now it's time for another Team Star fight against Ortega and his Fairy type Pokemon. Now it's time for our final Titan boss fight. We had defeated all of the Titan, thus completing the Path of Legends storyline. Oh, before we move on any further, we need to replace Sableye, and that Pokemon is gonna be Spiritomb. Spiritomb and Sableye both have the same typing, but Spiritomb have the better base stats, so we opted for Spiritomb for our later run. Now, there is one more ghost type Pokemon that we can get at the Castle Royale Lake, which is gonna be Dracloak. Now, Dracloak evolved into Dragapult at a very later stage. So for now, we go on and take Dracloak for our team. Now it's time for us to take on the last team star boss, Eri and her fighting type Pokemon. We had defeated the final Team Star boss, thus completed the Starfall Street storyline. Now it's time for the Elite Four battle. Before we take on the Elite Four, we can finally evolve our Dracloak into Dragapult at level 60. After getting the teams prepared, now it's time for us to take on the Elite Four. After clearing the Elite Four, now it's time for us to face Gita, the champion, to determine can we reach the champion's rank. We had done it, guys. We had reached the champion's rank by defeating Gita. Now it's time for our next two fights. Now it's time for our final rival battle up against Nimona. Done it, guys. We had defeated our rival Nimona in our final battle against her, thus completing the Victory Road storyline. Our final battle in this game will be up against Professor Turo down in the Area Zero lab. Can we defeat him and beat Pokemon Violet? That is it, guys. We had defeated Pokemon Violet by only using Ghost type Pokemon. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and please guys subscribe to my channel as we are reaching 500 subscribers. Now do help me reach 500 subscribers, guys, as it will help me to produce more future videos. And hopefully you guys take care of yourself. Take care, peace, and see you guys in the next video.